It is 22 minutes before the hour, 69 degrees in downtown Sylacauga. We welcome this morning Noah Brown, aircraft mechanic out at Sylacauga Airport. And Noah, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's an honor to have you. Now, tell us a little bit about Noah Brown.
Yes, sir. So I'm a Yankee. Don't hold that against me.
I'm sorry.
I grew up in New Hampshire. I went to aircraft mechanic school, and then I came down here for the work. So I'm working at Aero missions. We train missionary pilots over at the Sylacauga Airport.
Okay, now,
yes, sir.
I'm like a lot of people in our local area. We know about the airport, but we don't know about the airport.
Absolutely.
Talk about the Sylacauga Airport.
Yes, sir. So it's a great general aviation airport. We have some commercial jets, like business jets, that come in and out. We've got lots of hangars, smaller planes, and so what I work at is a small general aviation mechanic shop. So we work on all kinds of different Cessnas, Pipers, things like that, and we actually have quite a bit of traffic. It's a good little airport, and we're pretty busy for having a little airport like this.
So you're kind of hands-on there, right?
Yes, sir, absolutely. Yep, I work on the airplanes every day.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Fixing all of them.
You know, I see smaller jets coming in and smaller aircraft coming in. What kind of traffic do we have there?
So some of it is business traffic. Some bring in businessmen in and out from Sylacauga doing work. Some of it is training. So there's some flight schools around at different airports, and so they come to Sylacauga to do some training. And then some of it is just your general aviation owners that just own smaller airplanes, and they're able to fly in and out to Sylacauga, go different places.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice. I
Yeah.
usually figure on half the driving time for one of our airplanes. So if I want to go to Indiana, it's 8 hours. It's 4 hours in the airplane. So it's kind of nice.
I bet so.
Yes, sir.
Sylacauga Aviation Day, that's something that's coming up that the airport is hosting. That's coming up real soon.
It is next Saturday, June 29th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. is Sylacauga Aviation Day. And that is going to be, it's really a community outreach event. We want to just be able to open the airport up. And like you said, a lot of people know that the airport's there, but not about the airport. So we want to just be able to open the airport up for people to come and enjoy the airport, enjoy airplanes. It's not an air show. So there's not going to be performances and such, but we're going to have operations going. So if you're interested in seeing what a normal airport operation is like, something like this, we're going to have the glider group going in and out, taking off with their gliders, climbing up. They'll tow them out with another airplane. If they are available, we're going to have the light flight crew there, the helicopter crew, doing a demo for us. So they're going to have an ambulance there and do a little demonstration at noon. If they're there, they'll be on call. So if they have to go to a wreck or something, they'll obviously be gone. And then we'll just have different schools there. We'll have food trucks, just kind of open the airport up and be able to have people out there to see cool airplanes and talk to pilots and see what it's like to be there. So.
Now, this would be a great thing for kids too, won't it?
Absolutely. So we've got some kids activities, coloring pages, kids activity pages, things like that, just to keep it engaging for the kids and fun. They get to go and see some cool old airplanes, talk to some real pilots, talk to some real mechanics, be able to see what is the world of aviation like, and how maybe they can get involved if they'd like. So, yes, sir.
You know, I ride out on Highway 280, and Noah, to be honest with you, I look down that road and I say, I'm not going down that road.
Yes, sir. Yeah. It's kind of, we're kind of tucked back there. But it's really not too far off, 280, quarter mile, and it's right there. Yes, sir.
Yeah. We see air traffic going in and out of there, you know, quite a bit during the day. And I guess they fly in at night too, don't they?
They do, yes, sir. Yep, all operations. So you actually, a lot of people don't know this, when you're in the airplane, a smaller field like this, you can turn on the lights, the airport lights, with your microphone. So you click the microphone 3 times or 5 times or 7 times, and it makes the lights brighter or dimmer. And so when I'm coming in to land at night, I click the microphone 3 times, and the whole place lights up and all the lights turn on, and now I can see the runway and see where I'm going. So,
you know, we think about, Noah, the larger airports, they have air traffic controllers and stuff like that. Do we have anything like that here?
We don't. So when we take off and we're getting, if we're flying in the instrument weather, so flying through clouds or rain or something like that, storms, we can get some help from Birmingham or Montgomery, somewhere like that. Once you climb up a few thousand feet, you can get those guys on the radio. But what you do on smaller airports like this where we don't have a tower is you just announce on the radio. So there's one frequency that everybody tunes into, and then we can talk to each other. And so you just announce at different points, hey, this is where I'm at. And that way everybody knows where each other are.
Yeah.
And it stays safe.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, you mentioned the demos and stuff like that, Lifesaver demo and stuff.
Yes, sir.
We had a very tragedy here a couple of years ago,
Yes, sir.
and you know, I think that brought to light the importance of safety and the importance of having an airport like we've got here in Sylacauga.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. Aviation in general is very safe because of the requirements that the FAA puts on and the intense maintenance that we put out there. But it also it is a dangerous in a way as well.
Do you fly?
I do. Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah. I've got my private pilot's license, and I'm training towards instrument rating.
Wow.
So building ratings.
Do you own a plane?
I don't, but my work owns a couple of planes that I'm able to use as training aircraft.
So coming up on Saturday,
Yes, sir.
Between 10 and 2, the Lifesaver demo, if available, is going to be at noon.
That's the plan. Yes, sir.
Be June the 29th. Can just say children? Can children sit in a plane or?
Absolutely. So we'll have a few airplanes there. We're going to have the Civil Aviation Patrol there, the CAP airplane, and they've got a really awesome setup with some cool interior, cool instruments and things. And so they'll have their airplane set up there. I just talked to the gentleman yesterday. He said, we want kids to come and sit in the airplane. He said, please bring the kids, let them sit in the airplane, let them see what it's like to be in the cockpit there, looking at the instruments, holding the yoke, things like that. So
What is it like?
it is awesome. It is, especially you get to go up. It's just, it's another world. It really is, and you don't have to deal with traffic. You don't have to. I mean, you're just up there. It's just you and
Not
and,
a
you
lot
know,
of
it's,
bottlenecking going
not
on. You know?
really, no, sir. You might get around a little airport or something and have to go, but it's really not bad. It's fun. So
Yeah.
yes, sir.
How old is this airport? You know?
You know, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been here a while.
It has been, and the newspaper did an article on us that gave some history of the airport, and it's been around for quite a while. Yes,
So
sir.
what about the free ride raffles? What's that about?
Yes. So as you come into the Aviation Day, we're just going to be handing out raffle tickets, and at one point throughout the day, we're just going to announce the winner, and probably towards the end of the day, so people can get their raffle tickets. And then my organization, Aero Missions, is going to be giving 3 free rides. So it may not be that day, but you can come to our hangar and then sign up for a time to come back and just get a free ride in an airplane. Again, just go up for 20 or 30 minutes, go around and see what the area is like. See
Does
what it's like
sedation go along with that? Oh, I just, I've flown, but it's been a long time on commercial
Yes, sir.
flights, but I've never flown in a smaller plane.
Yes,
but,
sir.
That's becoming more and more common, isn't it?
It is. Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. And it's fun. I mean, the little airplanes we've got are 4-seaters, so you're right there with the pilot, and you get to see all what it's like to fly an airplane. So.
The pilot interaction, how does that work?
Yes, so I've made badges that says, I'm a pilot, ask me a question. And so what I'm hoping is people will be able to come in and identify the pilots readily and then be able to go and just talk to them. Just ask them questions about how did you become a pilot, tell me about your airplane, things like that. And I'm planning on having a little activity sheet for the kids that kind of suggests questions to ask them to engage with the pilots and see what it's like to be a pilot. Maybe how can I get there? What are the different avenues that I could get there to be a pilot?
Do we have pilots in this local area?
Absolutely, yes, sir. Absolutely.
Wow.
We've got quite a few aircraft over there hangared at the airport, and quite a few pilots that are very experienced as well. Yes, sir.
Okay. Since you've been here,
Yes, sir.
who is the most famous person that's come through that airport? I know a lot have come through there.
Ooh, I don't know.
Besides me, I haven't.
Besides
been through
you, yes, sir. I'm not quite sure, actually.
I know a lot of people come in and go to the golf course down there.
That is true. We have quite a few business jets that come in, and a bunch of men will, rent the airplane for their families or something, come in and golf for the day, and they might leave that day or the next day or something. So, Yeah, I don't know. The most famous person, I'm not quite sure. I'd have to think about
The
that for a
good part
second.
about all of this Sylacauga Aviation Day, it's all free.
It is free. Everything's free. Well, food isn't free. You got to buy your own food.
Right,
But
right,
yeah,
right.
admission is free. Come and just see the airplanes. We just want to open the airport up to the community and let people come and see and enjoy it.
I
So
think it's a great idea to showcase our airport here in Sylacauga. A lot of people like me, you know, we've been by there, and we've been on the roads going beside the airport, and you look out there and you say, well, there's our airport. But
Yes,
this
sir.
is an opportunity to really find out about it.
it is. Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great opportunity to come out and just see what it's like. Just see the airport environment and talk to pilots and mechanics. And
So, no, what price range do we look at for just a normal private plane, smaller plane?
that really, it's kind of like a car. It really
Okay.
depends on what you're buying.
Okay.
You could buy a beater that needs some work, and you could get it for
I don't want one of them.
$30,000, but it's gonna need a lot of work.
Yeah.
Or if you get one with nice paint and a nice interior and what we call avionics, the instrument panel there, that can be quite a bit of money. So you can be talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it is expensive, and like I said, most people aren't going to go out and buy an airplane to do training, but we'll have schools there and the aviation patrol there, Civil Air Patrol, to be able to help kids and others be able to get their pilot's license.
A lot of kids, a lot of juniors and seniors are looking at their future careers, and who knows, they can come out and take a look at this.
Yes, sir, and it's a great time. My dad has been an airline pilot for almost 40 years, and it is a huge, huge time to get into aviation. If you want to go into the airlines, they are all hiring. A lot of the older pilots are retiring, and so they're having this gap where they're hiring a lot of people. So for those juniors, seniors, thinking, what do I want to do for college or after this? Going to a trade school, doing flying, there's a process to get there, and it takes a little bit, but once you're there, I mean, it's a great time. So,
All right,
yes,
walk
sir.
us through what's going to be happening coming up next weekend.
Yes, sir. So the gates open at 10. You can arrive there a little earlier if you'd like. We'll be setting up. Airplanes will be arriving in the morning or on Friday. And when you get to the airport, just come in through the main gate. We'll have some people there to greet you and give you some information. And then just enjoy the day. We'll have food trucks. We'll have the airplanes all set up out on the ramp. And it's just open to the public. You can come and look at the hangars, go in the Aero missions hangar and talk to our folks, see what we do there at the airport and abroad. We have missionaries all over the world right now, and then you can go and talk to pilots all around the airplanes and see what it's like.
Explain to me missionaries all over the world. What are you talking about?
Yes, sir. So my organization, we train missionary pilots to go and be able to share the gospel throughout the whole world.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we're taking guys who are already missionaries or are going on the mission field, and then we'd be able to equip them with the pilot training and help them get on the mission field, hopefully with an airplane. So we've got a missionary, for instance, down in Brazil who's able to take his ministry, and instead of just going, he would have to take his boat on the river for 12 days to get to one of these villages, and it takes him an hour to get there by plane. So he's able to go and expand his ministry and reach more people and help more people because of that airplane. It's just a tool. We just use it as a tool to be able to continue reaching people with the gospel.
So you do this all over the world, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So Aero Missions is fairly new. 2018 is when it started, and so it's fairly a young organization. But we're continually training pilots to be able to go and do this all over the world. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
A couple more notes before we go this morning, just for a personal standpoint.
Yes, sir.
How fast is a plane going down the runway before it takes off?
It depends on a lot of things. Depends on the weight, the type of the airplane, the heat and humidity. Once it gets hot, it takes a little bit longer. But couple hundred feet to a couple thousand feet. My brother is an F-18 pilot in the Navy, and so his airplane takes a little bit longer. It's a bigger airplane. Once he punches that afterburner, it takes right off. So it's it kind of depends on the airplane, but our little one's a couple hundred feet and you're off.
How long is this airstrip?
6,000 feet, or just under 6,000 feet.
Is there
5.5.
one? Are there two, or what?
There's just one runway. Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, man, Noah, it's good to have you with us this morning. And Noah Brown, aircraft mechanic at Sylacauga's Airport, Sylacauga Aviation Day coming up on the 29th, a week from this Saturday, right?
Yes, sir, a week from this Saturday.
But like more information, how can they find out about more?
So we've got a Facebook event page, just Sylacauga Aviation Day. If you'd like to go to that and see, just put that you're going. We'd love to see that you're coming to join it. And we've got a little bit more information on there about what's going to be happening.
All right, what about the ministry? How can they find out more about that?
Yes, sir. aeromissions.org is our website, and so you can go on there and see what we do and what we're all about. So that's our website.
Well, thanks for coming this morning.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Thank you for having me, sir.
And we've got a whole lot more to do on Daybreak Live. We'll continue right after this.